Hey everyone. Is it getting better now that we're all kind of awake and present? Darla is here. I have such a wonderful family. Thank you for being here. So to get in the mood, I read some of my little, I call them, I'm collecting these quotes and one-liners and stuff like that to set up some spiritual flashcards. I figured I need them. Maybe you do too. I don't know. Anyway, so here's some of the new ones. It is only when I revive yesterday and bring it into today that yesterday injures me. Be here now. My demonstration is to maintain my integrity to the highest degree possible at any given moment. Strive for immaculate integrity. Moment by moment, I am in divine consciousness. I am my light. I am in divine presence. The piercing spark of light deep within my center is the perpetual divine within. Divine presence already is. It is the nature of the divine to be the heart and soul of my being. It is the nature of the divine. It is the nature of the divine to be the heart and soul of my being. I think that really kind of sums it up. Don't you? I mean, that one just gets me. I have asked on Bringing Forth Soul Consciousness if people would like to write down or offer their one line that really helps center them, something that makes them feel at ease or connected to the divine. I mean, maintaining connection, to me, is so much what it's all about, is remembering I'm connected all the time and tuning into that. And that means going here, because the divine is within. So, here we go. I'm looking for any questions. And I'm also thinking about this full moon. It starts tomorrow. I watched a lot of it tonight. This morning when I was awake in about 2:45, and big full moon shining in my windows, and then the stars, and there were some really bright stars right nearby, and I'm reading about the Pleiades being evident at this time of year, and like that. Good morning, my loved ones. All right, thank you for being here. And I don't think I'm going to be doing a full moon ceremony. It doesn't feel like that's what I'm being directed to do for tomorrow. But I think more of those are coming because the planetary alignments are so wild and there's so impactful, or at least I'm starting to feel them a lot more. in past, if somebody told me something, Mercury was in retrograde, which it is no longer is, I would just sort of be like, yeah, right, you know, it didn't mean anything, but these days I sense it. Oh boy, Facebook is having a hard time connecting with my phone. It's gonna be iffy. My internet here is challenging, and I know my brother's probably on it as well. I'm probably doing a live, and that's complicating situation. We're working out the details here, trying to figure out how to make it work. Oh, good, I'm back. We're having connectivity issues. I love it when people say good morning, and Davina's here too. Oh, so Lisa's asking a question. What's the energy like here in December? Can you say more about the planets and the numbers and such? Greetings and welcome from Anubis. We are ready to tell you more about the energies of December. First off, if you set aside the whole holiday season, Christmas, Hanukkah, and all the other celebrations at the end of the year, this is a wrap up. There are a lot of completions, some of which you may have been feeling today, and feeling some of the sadness about the completions. It's the sadness of when you give up something you have been attached to. And it feels at first like there's a hole in you letting go of these things. A hole in your center where you used to carry your attachment to something. And then letting it go and allowing the whole to be there. But also, you can see it as space for the next thing to grow and to take root and to blossom to all that it is supposed to be. And so, be sad if you're sad, but also be aware of what it is you want to grow next. What is it that you want to do? And bring that into focus and keep refining it and refining it and refining it, because that is what is next. The wrap up is like when the play ends its run. When that show is truly over and complete. Then there's a party where the actors congratulate each other on a job well done and enjoy the end of the effort and the focus that it's taken to be and fulfill that project, that presentation. But as you notice, there is almost the sense of a tree growing up from the inside of you, and branches reaching out to the light. In the forest, when a tree falls and takes out many other trees with branches along the way and opens up the light for other trees and other branches to reach out and receive the light. Food. The light is food. The light is sustenance. The light is what allows new things to grow. But some other things had to be moved out of the way, and it seems like destruction and damage and loss and upset in order to make room for what's next. But what's next? Know ye now that what is next contains greater joy, contains all that you have strived to become during this year of completions of 2025. And as you open up to the year of 2026 and all that it offers, you will find much aliveness and much fruit from your efforts. And you must understand also that December, at least in this hemisphere, is the dead of winter. The shortest days and the longest nights. And this impacts how you feel, especially if you spend a lot of time indoors and not connected to Mother Earth outdoors. It's important during this time in December to get out and walk a bit. Get a little bit of the sunshine or the daylight on you, to feel it, to experience it, to have it, and then also to respect the need for longer sleep. If you are driven to go to bed by 8 o'clock, which seems fairly early, we're laughing because Annie went to bed at 8 o'clock last night and could have slept longer. Respond to that. Respond to your body's need to be a little bit more of a hibernator. Not necessarily an isolator, a hibernator. You may need a little bit more sleep. Rejuvenation. Understand also that when you sleep, many repairs are made to the physical body. Many updates are made to the physical body. And your body needs this. If you are in the process of letting go of extra weight, your body may need it even more, just as your body needs more water to let go of extra weight. Because your body is burning the old fat, using it as the energy that is supposed to be for your body. A storehouse of energy. And plenty of water allows for the flushing out of the old in your body as well during this month of December. And it may be in the form of hot drinks, hot tea. You can also just drink hot water. Maybe a slice of lemon in it. There you go. Also, in this month of December, towards the end you will find the overlapping of the finality, the end of this project you call 2025, the month of December, with the new coming in and taking more and more attention. But know that you are creating from the now. You are creating from who you are, where you are, right now. And so it is. I'm not an astrologer. Anubis knows a little more about this astrology than I do. But what Anubis even more is bringing forth is letting go. Opening your fists and releasing the energy that is no longer yours to hold on to. You are creating anew this day. And you are doing it with aplomb and style, even celebration, letting go of what is to go, allowing what is coming forth to take its place, its rightful place in your life now. And for Annie, it is the divine portal. Opening the divine portal and bringing people in and through and up into the higher realms of consciousness and the higher perspective of soul and divine perception. And it is play. Recharge the batteries in nature. Walk. View the world. See the trees. Know the birds singing. Feel all of that in the present moment. Because Mother Nature is refreshing herself as well. This is the time when the sap is withdrawn from the trees, and this is one reason why the leaves fall. It's because the sap is no longer flowing up, it is being withdrawn and brought down inwards. And this adds to that feeling of wanting to go inwards, wanting to be by the fire with a good book, wanting to be still, wanting to be in a meditative state, connected to your soul and the divine. And this is not a thing to be ashamed of, this is a thing to respond to. Just to say yes to that call from within. And so it is. Good morning, Pat Hansen. How wonderful to see you. So, as you prepare during this month by letting go and allowing what is coming forth for next year, you'll find that January is going to be a little bit like mud. A little sluggish. It is slow. This is deep winter. This is things moving very slowly, or almost feeling as if things have come to an absolute standstill. But as you go through January, February, and March, and the beginnings of spring start to show up, whether it is crocuses poking through the snow in order to bloom, or the first signs of new leaves on the trees, you will feel it. And as you are less shielded by old emotions, old behaviors, old reactions, as you are honoring this growth of the spiritual part that is happening in 2026 and influencing everything that you do, because you will feel differently about yourself, the world, and what your part in creating reality, quote unquote, from moment to moment, linked with your soul and the divine, moment to moment, you will feel yourself also becoming a divine portal for what is next. Becoming a fecund space from which to grow. But it is from that spiritual connection that all manifestation comes when you are one with the divine, one with your soul. You accept, you more than tolerate, you welcome your condition. Just keep saying yes to yourself, because yourself is blooming this next 3-4 months. Yourself is what is pushing up. In the forest walks that Annie has been taking, much note has been given to the myriad of mushrooms and fungi that is popping up through the moist soil and appearing. It is the flower of the mycelium that is networked throughout soil all over the world, even in the deserts. And mushrooms come up, they flower, they release their spores, and they die off. This is the nature of flowers. Every flower opens, does its blooming thing, has a little cycle that it goes through, and then dies off. And it is natural, and there is nothing different about you and your body. What humanity has been trained to think of themselves as separate from nature. The words in the Bible that say, thou shalt have dominion over the plants and animals. Dominion does not mean domination. It means stewardship. And so perhaps take the perspective that you steward your personal growth right now in a moment to moment, day by day way. See nothing as an emergency. See everything as a phase in the process of opening or dying off, releasing and acquiring the new and feeling those differences. You can have all these feelings and be perfectly sane in each moment, as long as you don't require that something persists in a certain way and control it. That's when you will find resistance, fear, and judgment kicking in strongly into your experience, because there's non-acceptance. There's not the welcoming. Oh, look, this feeling of letting go is transforming, it's mutating into what's new. Wonder what that means, how that works. How am I to hold that? How can I let that flow through me in a healthy way? Not try to keep a hold on everything with fists. I'm looking again for more questions. Anubis says it's going to be very fun. A lot more open, a lot more swinging out, letting things be different. 2026 is going to bring close to the earth many planets that foster new growth, foster expansions, foster creativity and qualities being enhanced. And so when you think about soul qualities, all the list of qualities in the book, Soul Consciousness, the list is in chapter 15, Living as Your Soul. And here are a few, we've added a few in the Living as Your Soul writing workshop. But the qualities of the soul are love, light, compassion, wisdom, peace, trust, acceptance, joy, being, stillness, kindness, freedom, inclusivity, oneness, discernment, surrender, vision, balance, reciprocity. There's a couple more. But these are found on page 124 in chapter 15. Nice stack of words right there. Those are your soul qualities. And you may find in 2026 certain soul qualities being brought to the forefront, being brought to your attention. Now, once you make it to summer in 2026, there will be a lot of work on mastery. Mastering not only the qualities that have been brought to the forefront, but the staying connected, not allowing technology and the world's broadcasting problems to focus on. Detaching from all of that and keep turning inward to the beautiful light that you are. That spark of light that is the indwelling divine will always cause you to feel loved, safe, calm, fulfilled. Because that is where the truth of your being is. That is your deepest truth. And so the more that you turn inwards to that inner light, the more focused you will feel, the more centered you will feel. You will be able to recalibrate and track your soul as it guides you. Your soul and the divine are in cahoots even more intensely this year. So you will find that being very important throughout this year, this coming year. And what December is a grooming, a preparation, a letting go, and planting seeds in fresh soil so that they can take root and be fostered into life forms, and actual things and events. Let's see. This morning, if you woke up feeling a little heavy and sad, it's not a surprise. It's appropriate that you feel that way sometimes. That's what the world is broadcasting to you, and can't necessarily let it all go all the time. You just have to be sad through it. The less resistance, the better. So, Pat says, when we get sick, is this our soul telling us to take it easy? Well, yes, and if it's for you personally, it is also your body telling you there are elements that you're consuming in your diet that don't beget a very high standard of health. But you've also probably been close to many other people if you went to the CLM event recently, and that's the nature of being around people. As a human, I think of like when I'm around young children who are in daycare, they just broadcast diseases so we can all have stronger immune systems. And it feels like your immune system is a little bit dimmed, and some probiotics would be very good. Also, if you're going out to be in a bunch of people, you can prepare your body by taking extra vitamin C and zinc before you go. Start boosting that element of vitamin C, maybe from 1,000 milligrams as a daily dose. I mean, that's just a great daily dose. Move it up to about 3,000 a day with about 3 zinc, which usually are between 15 and 35 milligrams each. So 1 to 1 zinc to 1 vitamin C beforehand and during the event where you're going to be around a lot of people. You can do this in preparation for travel too, if you're going to be on an airplane. And we know how those air systems recycle the air on board, and it can be a little challenging to the immune system. And we can also say, thank you, body, for protecting me and hosting me and giving me every ability to be well. Be well. Now, if you're coughing a lot, I do recommend steaming over a bowl, with a towel over your head, over a bowl of boiling hot water, as hot as you can stand it, with some drops of eucalyptus. If you don't have that, tea tree is good. If you can get Young Living RC, that stands for respiratory clear, or even frankincense. But steam your nasal passages and your lungs and get that steam and that essential oil into the lungs, and that will loosen the phlegm and get the mucus moving out, which is what the body is trying to do with the coughing. And it's not a punishment. You didn't do something wrong. Yes. It's your soul telling you to take it easy. It's your body telling you to take it easy. Like, okay, I need to regenerate here. I need to do this. I got to be in this process of battle, wiping out the disease elements in the body and then wiping out the symptoms that remain or come after that. Oh, God, it's good to see you, my friend. We have another question. As we've been saying to all of you regarding the finances and the politics and the drama that's playing out on the televisions and the computers everywhere, remember that your connection with the divine is far more important and impactful to yourself and to the people around you than is your taking sides with the Democrats or the Republicans or this group or that group and getting caught in the black and white thinking, the good versus evil thinking. Those are not the only two choices. And so we encourage you to expand, to include, and to know that democracy is a state of being, and it is instilled within you, and it is not dead. It lives well within you. And this is a phase of democracy growing up, maturing, and not being blame and shame and mudslinging. And perhaps even our two-party system is going to grow up and become a multi-party system. And that too would be an expanding to include. For the least voice must be heard from everyone. All right, my dears, I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all so much. I do. Thank you. I bid you adieu for now. Those of you who are watching on YouTube, thank you for being here also. And thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, doing all those things to make the algorithm work. I do appreciate that very, very much. And if you would like to have a reading with me, please go to my website, anniechannels.com. That is the place you can go to find out the different kinds of readings I do and how to schedule yourself a reading. You can schedule yourself. Like, just go make it happen. I am there. I will do a reading for you. All right. Thank you, loves. Bye now.